afternoon, guys. Oh shit, it's not in gear. Good afternoon. Can you guess? Oh shit, look at that. Wait, hold on. Okay, can you guess what car I'm driving now? Well, I think you know from the title. It's a 1978 Honda Accord, 2-door, rare shit. So, a bit of introduction. My name is Aaron, and this will be my first ever vlog to be publicized on YouTube. So I got suggested by a very close friend, very good friend, that maybe I could vlog on my cars and my life. So I thought about it, and I think good idea. So here I am. Now, I named this channel Live Life Foolish. Earlier I wanted the name Live Life Stupid. Then this friend of mine said that, well, it's not a nice word. So I agreed. And I thought, how about foolish? So I went on Google and checked. And is there anyone who say something like live life foolish? Then I came across this Canadian inspirational fiction author. I forgot her name, but she said, this is what she said, live life to the foolish, not foolish, foolish. Because life is too short to be wasted. So I stick with that name. And the reason I want to name this channel this way is that this is how I live. Basically, I have too many silly ideas, silly dreams, silly way of doing things. For example, buying this car, and also buying a W126, and also plan to have a Southeast Asia road trip. Yeah, not only Thailand and come back, but Southeast Asia. I think it needs a lot of homework. Now, let's not talk about that for another day. Yeah. So I think I could share something on video, show you guys how I do things, and I mean, as the time goes, if I'm still doing the video content, it may be more than just cars. Well, cars is a big part of my life, but you know, there are other things in life as well. So let's see. What I do today is that I brought the car to my mechanic. So this is the second time this car has been in the workshop. But this time is a different mechanic. Wait, where am I? So the first time I went to a mechanic in year J7, Win Car Care, run by my friend Win. He did a great job. That time I had a flat battery, so I towed the car to him. Well, because the insurance covered free towing, right? and I towed the car from my parking all the way to EJ7 to let him have a look, and he changed a battery for me. Hey guy, what? He changed the battery for me, changed my engine oil, changed my engine oil filter, changed 2 of my engine mountings. So I get him, alright, I studied a diagram and found that this car actually has 3 engine mountings, okay? So I was able to source 2 of them locally from a brand called Sumaco. So I brought it to Win, and he changed 2 of them for me. Then the third one I was not able to source locally. Oh, by the way, the 2 pieces I got from Sumaco, they told me that it was the last 2 pieces in their storeroom, and they won't reproduce it anymore. 48 over years old, yeah. And so I got the third engine mounting from a friend in Butterworth, Kumar, who is a big time old Honda supplier. If you have an old Honda, go to him. Go to him for parts. So that piece from Kuruma is a new old stock, that's what they call, from Japan, 40 years ago, 40 over years ago. So today I went to this new mechanic called Asyang in PJ, recommended by a friend of mine, Albert, who also sent his personal car there. Oh, this Asyang is the suitable guy for this kind of car. I mean, okay, let me clarify. Win, he did a very good job, but he specializes in things like Volvo, Volkswagen. Well, he himself drove a Volkswagen, and from my limited knowledge, I know that, well, in our country, I don't think there is a lot of Ford Focus RS, but he is taking care of a couple of them. Yeah. So if you have a Volvo, Volkswagen, go to Win, or Ford Focus RS, right? So now come back to Asyang. The first time he saw this car, I went to like give a handshake, say hello to him, and tell him, you know, I have this car, and I drove this car there the first time, and the first thing he told me is this car saved Honda. Well, he knows the Honda history really well, and he started his career in Honda Malaysia. So I decided that I should let him take care of this car. So today I went to him just now. I did everything now. I'm a happy man. So I changed the fuse, all the fuse, because I have blown fuses that caused me lost my aircon. Well, the compressor works, but the blower inside the car doesn't work. So that means I do have cold air generator, but I do not have the wind to blow the thing out. And sorry, I got distracted. And I changed the engine mounting with him, the third piece, like I said. Then I changed my manual transmission fluid with him. Then I changed my coolant with him. So remember that Win actually changed my engine oil, so that is taken care already. So now I got my aircon back. Oh, thank God. So I'm going to show you guys some footages on what have been done to this car this morning, and please bear with me that all that footages I didn't speak at all, because wow, no power steering, because I realized, because I'm recording this using my phone, and I realized that it doesn't pick up the voice very well unless I have to speak very loud, and I don't feel good speaking so loud while my mechanic is doing his thing. So I didn't speak at all, just watch the footage and I'll explain after that what I did and what I saw with my car, what kind of condition is that. By and large, I'm quite happy.
好，靜下先啊。OK 啊，陣間啊。
So I'm back to where I store the cars. So that is my 126. How does this car drive? Marvelous. So if you have seen the footage, I changed the fuse, which makes the blower works again, but there's something going on. I think that's a deeper problem because the fuse blew again. So I think something is short-circuited by something. We're going to find out the next trip after I arranged some time with Asiang. But all the way from PJ back here, about 30-40 minutes drive, wow, the aircon is amazing, except for the tinting, which I will need to do after the restoration. But the car drives well. Just now I changed the manual transmission fluid, which is actually engine fluid, engine oil. Asiang told me that a lot of mechanics didn't know this, but particularly for this car, the gearbox oil is the engine oil. They are using the engine oil instead of transmission oil. So there are people that actually put in transmission oil, which is not really correct. Then I changed the coolant, flush out the coolant. It was dirty. Same thing with the manual transmission fluid, it was dirty, thick. Then the coolant system, there's one thing, the thermostat is gone. Basically it was not there. Someone from the previous ownership took it out. Then we were trying to fit it back, but you know, after we take out the hose, we realized that the thermostat housing is corroded and disintegrating because it's made from aluminium, and you know, you have water and stuff like that, it's just rusted out. So we can't even find it. So what the plan now is, we put back the hose, we flush out the gunk, and we put in new coolant with water, just make it cleaner for the moment. Then we'll go search for the thermostat housing and the thermostat itself. But temperature as well, finally it's working very well. Previous owners actually put a direct current, is it called current, to the fans. So once I turn on the key, the fans will work. It was not supposed to be like that. It was supposed to be the engine will heat up, then the switch will turn on. When it's reached a certain temperature, then the fan will turn on, so you can have a operating temperature. Before this car will never warm up. Basically it takes forever to warm up, and basically it won't reach the optimum temperature at all. So now it's good. The transmission oil is good. The fuse is the problem now, which we're going to like find out what's going on actually. What else? Pretty much that's it. Let me see the bill. What else? Nothing. Radiator cap, which is the spring thing. I mean, the pressure is not there, you know. Change that. It's time to get out now because it's getting very warm. I got no aircon. Hope you guys enjoy this, and if I'm still doing video content, mostly will be revolving on cars for the moment, especially my classics, 2 of them, fixing them up, driving them quite often to make sure everything works, everything is healthy, and I'll share with you guys later on how I actually sourced the part, from where, and all that. Alright, bye.